y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to log on. Dance with me for a minute while we're waiting for people to show up. I see somebody's already here. Hey, Christine. Eventually, I'm gonna get some new music, but this has actually kind of grown on me. How are you tonight? Hey, how are you? All right. I see a couple people have logged on. Oh, Joe's dancing with you too. Yay. Hey, Joe. All right, I see a couple people are watching, so I'll go ahead and get started. Hey, y'all, Cecile here. For those of you that are part of Meditations for Persistence, the Facebook group, it is great to have you here. And for those of y'all who are watching on YouTube or on LinkedIn, I'm so glad to have you. If you're not part of the Facebook group, but you're on Facebook, I would love to have you in the group. It's called Meditations for Persistence. There should be a link in the description so that you can join if you want to. Um, and I go live on Facebook and YouTube on usually on second Sundays. This is third Sunday, but I'm usually live on second Sundays. And then I've got partners who are filling in the in between times. So if you want to see all of them, then I highly recommend that you join our Facebook group because you'll not only get the Sunday night meditations, you'll also get the discussions in between about social justice. And in this group, we're a group of activists, people who are learning how to become activists, people who are just concerned about social justice and human rights because we understand that who we are at home, in our jobs, with our friends, in our politics, in our spirituality, all of that stuff doesn't need to be separate because we are all of those things in one body and we are all of those things in community. And when we embrace all of those parts of ourselves, that's when we start really living our values and showing up as who we are wherever we are. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Aday. Yay. Glad y'all are joining me tonight. Whew. All right. So, if you are someone who stands up for social justice or wants to learn how to stand up for social justice when you see injustice, then I am also inviting you. Let me find my thing. I am inviting you to join my community, my online community inspired by Indigo, where I teach people how to make equity a habit instead of a goal. And in this community, we go through all four steps, all four pillars of our process every month. We focus on self care because healing is a form of protest, and getting in your body is how you get comfortable getting out of your comfort zone. Focus on knowing your facts. You don't have to go out and do the research, I've done it for you. And second week, I'm going to share with you what I know and give you documentation. And then in the third week, I'm going to challenge you to use those tools that you've learned for self care and take those facts that you learned in the Know Your Facts segment and go out and do something good for the community. Go out and do something good for yourself and for the people around you. And then in week four, we rest and celebrate because once you've flooded yourself with adrenaline, getting out of your comfort zone, you got to bring your body back into balance. And you need to practice celebrating your wins because small steps make a huge difference. All right, you guys. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I love my group and Inspired by Indigo. We're all about doing the work. So, while I get started talking about things that came up in the news this week, you guys share with me your peaches and pits. Tell me one thing that happened really good for you this week, and then share with me something that was a pit that you didn't necessarily like so much, but it's something that stuck out for you. And so, one of the things that was popping up for me that I wanted to share, oops, was that American Airlines did a historic flight. It was either yesterday or the day before, um, in their 96-year history, this has never happened, where everyone from the person who was helping to board the plane to the pilots to everyone who was on the plane, it was all Black women. So this was a first, and they did this as a celebration. It was the 100th anniversary of Bessie Coleman, who is the first Black American woman to get a pilot's license. She actually got her pilot's license 2 years before Amelia Earhart. Now, she had to learn how to fly in France because she did not have the opportunity to learn how to fly a plane in America. But in the United States is where she came and got her license, and she was the first Black American woman to get a pilot's license. And so I thought that was interesting because I did not know her name. And so, hats off to American Airlines for actually celebrating this and doing it the way they did with an all Black female staff for that one flight. And Bessie Coleman's grand niece, I think they said, grand niece was actually be able to be on that flight. So, that was that was just a big thing. For me, it was a big thing to see and to know, um, because there are all these firsts, like having the all Black crew was like a first for American Airlines, but then it's celebrating something that was a first 100 years ago. All right, thanks, Christine. Your peaches were that you taught Interplay Life Practice this week. That is an amazing class too. If anybody is interested in becoming part of the Interplay community, the Interplay Life Practice class is amazing. It teaches you all about body wisdom, about listening to your body so that you can get in touch with what you feel, about getting out of your head and into your body. And it teaches you a new way to communicate. All right. The other thing that I wanted to talk about tonight was about Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. However, I didn't write notes and I can't remember everything I wanted to say, so I'm going to skip that. Um, but then there is one more thing that I want to talk about. Florida. I have talked about Florida for like the last 3 or 4 weeks, and Florida is Ron DeSantis and the things that they're doing in Florida is just like really on my last freaking nerve. So I'm going to talk about them again. So uh, I can't remember her name. Alex Wagner, I think, is the woman who is replacing um, Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow is on Mondays, and then Alex Wagner is going to be in her 9 o'clock time slot on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I don't watch the TV news that much, but I did catch a clip of what she did this past week, her first week in the job. And she went down to Florida and interviewed educators about the laws that Ron DeSantis is trying to put in place, keeping people from teaching actual history. When it comes to Black history, when it comes to history about American Indians, anything that is not uplifting white men and erasing people of color, um, they're trying to get rid of. And so she was interviewing all of these teachers and educators, and they were all saying that the laws are so ambiguous that people are afraid to teach facts because they don't know if teaching those facts are against the law, is against the law. Facts are against the law. Anyway, and so several teachers are retiring because they say they just don't want to deal with it. Some teachers are not retiring on purpose. Some teachers are getting fired because they are teaching facts. There was an incident where um, administrators went in and actually took down posters of Black historical figures in someone's uh, classroom and took them down, but of course, they left the white guys because that's always okay. Um, and anyway, this is just, it sounds stupid. And at the same time, it seems very scary because this is the kind of stuff that the Nazis really did, where they banned books, they burned books, they didn't allow people to teach facts. And there are too many people in our country that are okay with this. And I don't know what to think about this. I was having this discussion with family a couple days ago, and my uncle said he thinks that the country is too far gone. He was like, if you look at history, if you look at, yeah, yeah. If you look at history, he was like, if you look at Rome and you look at Greece and you just look at, empires that have risen and then fallen, he said he thinks that the United States is too far gone and that we cannot get back to being a fully united country and we're going to end up being something else. And I don't know if that is true. And it does seem like it because people are so divided. So I don't know. But I don't, if people can't even acknowledge facts and are unwilling for their kids to learn history, then what do you do with that? I don't even know what to do with it. I don't know. The only thing I know to do is to keep doing what I've been doing and reaching out to the people who are willing to learn and willing to learn how to teach others. And so anyway, tonight we are going to get in our bodies and set some intentions for this coming week. Because even if the country is falling apart, um, I am still going to do my part to help people maintain their balance and take care of themselves and the people that they love and make sure that your little piece of the country is still okay and survives. Hey, Patty. So, if that's good with y'all. Oh, I see Christine had a pit. What's your pit? Oh gosh, yeah, I saw that. Where Meta gave over the messages that this woman was sending in the Messenger app. Yeah, they had a court order to get them, but Meta turned them over um, to the police, and so now the woman is going to be, she's a teenager, but she's going to be charged because she was getting an abortion. Yeah, that I don't even have words for that to talk about that right now. So, yeah, I saw that. And of course, that's the beginning of a blog post already. I saw that. And I feel your rage. Um so anyway, rather than sit here and be angry, if y'all are ready, I am ready to go ahead into something a little more soothing. So let's do a tense and release meditation tonight. Because I feel like I want to do more than just a visualization, more than just words. I want us to really get in our bodies, and so I want us to feel our bodies. So before we get started, let's take a deep breath. If you're sitting up, have your head over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips. Sit up straight and give your belly room to expand. If you're laying down, just make sure your arms and legs are not crossed. Relax your tummy. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and make some noise. Let's do that one more time. Take a deep breath in. Let your belly expand. And exhale and be noisy with it. Shake it out if you want to. And now get into a comfortable position, whether you're seated or laying down. If you are seated, have your feet flat on the floor. I want you to feel the floor underneath your feet. If you're barefoot, that's even better. Feel your feet flat on the floor. Spread your toes out a little bit. And then you can go ahead and close your eyes and just sink into your body. And I'm going to guide you body part by body part. And we are going to do tense and release. All right, so let's take one last deep breath. And as you exhale this time, I want you to just sink down into your body. Deep breath in. Exhale at your own pace. Bring your energy all the way down to your feet. Focus on how the soles of your feet feel against the floor. Notice the pattern of the carpet, or if you're on a hardwood floor or tiles, notice how that feels. Go ahead and press your feet into the floor. Lift your toes up. Leave your feet flat to the floor, but lift up your toes. And now scrunch your toes. Make fists with your toes. Pull them really tight. and then release. And just relax your feet against the floor and notice how the soles of your feet feel. Notice whatever sensations are running through them. Bring your attention to the top of your feet. Just notice what it feels like. Now bring your attention to your ankles. And I want you to go ahead and lift your feet off the floor and just rotate your ankles. Just make circles with your ankles. And now go in the opposite direction. And whichever way you're doing it is fine. Just do it one way and then do it the opposite way. And bring your feet back to flat on the floor. Let's take a breath. And exhale at your own pace. Bring your attention to your shins. And so with your heels flat on the floor, I want you to just lift your feet up. When you lift up your feet, you're contracting your shins. So just pull them up. Feel that tension. And then when you're ready, you can release and put your feet back on flat on the floor. And notice what that feels like on the front of your shins. You might have even felt the stretch in your calf. And now I want you to flex your feet because you're going to tighten up your calf muscles. So you're going to flex your feet. You're going to be like up on your toes, making your calves really tight. And then release. And again, put your feet back flat on the floor. And just notice what your lower legs and your ankles and your feet feel like right now. Do they feel like they've loosened up some? Are they a little bit warmer? And now bring your attention to your knees. And go ahead and flex your knees. So raise your feet up off the floor, straighten out your leg, squeeze that knee. And you can do both at the same time, or you can do one at a time. But just flex it out, straighten out one leg, straighten out the other. And then again, bring your feet back flat to the floor. And again, notice what your knees and your lower legs feel like now compared to before. And again, let's take a breath. Exhale at your own pace and notice if you were starting to slouch, go ahead and sit back up. Now bring your attention to your thighs. We're going to notice first the top of our thighs. And again, I'm going to ask you to stretch your leg out like we did when we were flexing our knees, but I want you to tighten the top of your thigh. And again, you can do one or the other. You can alternate, or you can squeeze them both at the same time. But you're going to feel that tension across the top of your thigh. You might even feel it all the way over to your hip. Just squeeze real tight and then relax. And now bring your attention to the back of your thighs. And again, you want to squeeze real tight. If you're sitting down, when you squeeze your thighs, you're going to come up on your seat. And just squeeze and then relax. And when you relax, it's gonna feel like, like your thighs and your butt are just spreading out. It's like you squeeze and you come up off your seat and then you relax, and it's like your whole, like, bottom just spreads out. But that's okay because we wanna be relaxed. Let's take a breath. Make sure your tummy is still relaxed. Exhale at your own pace. Now bring your attention to the gluteus maximus. Now squeezing your thighs makes you raise up, but squeezing your butt muscles makes you raise up too. So go ahead and squeeze those butt muscles and then relax. And so now, basically, your lower body has all been tensed up and relaxed, and you should feel some relaxation in your lower body. So let's bring your attention to your belly. And we have been intentionally leaving our belly in a relaxed state so that we can breathe, do that diaphragmatic breathing. But now I'm going to ask you to pull it in, tighten it up, suck it in like somebody's watching, squeeze it tight. And now just let it all hang out. Let it go like nobody's looking. Even if somebody's with you and you think they might be looking, ignore them. Just let it hang out. And take that deep breath in. And exhale at your own pace. Now we're going to move up a little bit to your upper abs. These might be a little bit harder to squeeze, but if you can isolate those muscles, go ahead and pull those in, squeeze them in. If you've got inflammation in your chest, this might hurt a little bit, but squeeze them in and then relax. Take a breath. Now we're going to go to our lower back. And if you're sitting up straight, that makes it easier to squeeze your back muscles. You can sit up straight. We're not doing our shoulders yet. We're doing our lower back. So sit up straight. You probably how to describe this. When you tense your back muscles, your chest kind of comes out. I don't know if you can see when I pull my back muscles in, my chest comes out. So just squeeze your lower back. And then relax. Relax back to a straight spine. Take a breath. Let that whole area expand when you take in a deep breath. And exhale at your own pace. And now we're going to move up to our upper back. So you might want to raise your arms for this, but if you want to leave them down, that's okay too. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Pull back. Get that squeeze. You're also getting a stretch in your chest. And then relax. You might want to shake it out. All right, and now we're going to go to our hands and work our way up to our shoulders. And so I want you to go down to your hands, hold your hands up. You're going to make a fist. Make fists with your hands. Make sure you keep your thumbs on the outside. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then when you release, go ahead and wiggle your fingers. You might want to shake them out. Shake your hands out. All right, we're going to rotate our wrists. Just make circles with your wrists, like you're scooping peanut butter out of a jar. Go the opposite way, like, get out of here. You're in my way. And again, shake them out. And then we're going to do our forearms. So I have a hard time doing my forearms without um, making a fist. So I make a fist and then I flex them so that I feel that contraction in my forearm. So feel that contraction and hold it. You might feel a stretch across the back of your wrist as you feel that contraction right there. All right, and then let it go and shake it out. Now to flex the back part of your arm, it's hard to just flex it and feel it. So you may want to have your hand flat and then use your other hand to pull down a little bit. Not till it hurts, just enough to feel the stretch, feel the tension. So you'll feel a stretch through here, you'll feel tension on the back side of your arm. And then shake that out. And on the other side, again, make your hand flat. Pull just enough to feel the stretch on your wrist, feel the tension on the back side of your arm. You feel it, Tiffany? Awesome. It's not supposed to hurt, just enough to feel the stretch. All right, and shake that out. Now we're going to do our shoulders. So we're going to bring them all the way up to your ears. You know, I'm always telling you to check and make sure that they're not up to your ears because we want to relax, but pull them up and then let them drop. And not just drop normal, just drop all the way down. You can feel that stretch when you let your shoulders drop too. All right, now you can pull them back up to normal. And now let's do our neck. So you can drop your head to one side, roll your head forward to the other side, support your head weight as you go to the back, and then go around again at your own pace. All right, I am feeling this. I've got some sore spots in my neck. Ugh. All right, when you come around to the side this time, you're going to pause and then go back the other way. And when you get back to where you started, pause and bring your head back up to neutral. And I feel like I need to shake my shoulders out again. Do what works for you. Whew. All right. So now we are going to tighten up our jaw. So I'm going to clench my teeth and squeeze. Then I'm going to open my mouth and stretch it. Oh, look, I'm showing y'all all my teeth. And I'm going to wiggle it from side to side. If you ever have TMJ, you'll hear your jaw pop. If you grind your teeth at night, this might hurt. But loosen it up. Wiggle it around. All right. Now to get to your cheeks, I'm going to move my mic. To get to your cheeks up here, you can squinch up your nose so that you're pulling your whole face in. And then relax. And if you want to, you can mash your face around. That'll help with relaxing too. Mash your face around. See, y'all at least don't have to have everybody looking at you. You're not on video doing this. All right. Now squeeze your eyes Tighten up your eyes. And then relax. I'm going to take my glasses off because this also feels really good. Rub your hands together and get your palms really hot. Get them nice and hot. Then place them over your eyes. Let the heat from your hands go into your eyes and help them relax. Mm. All right, now scrunch up your forehead. You know how they tell you smooth it out so you don't get the wrinkles? Make those wrinkles. Tighten it up. And then pull your eyebrows all the way up, widen your eyes, stretch it out. And then let your face fall where it goes naturally. If you've got resting bitch face, let it rest. Then we're going to take our hands and we're going to massage the back of our scalp. Going to move all the way up to the top. Oh, Tiffany is saying that her neck holds all her tension. Yep, I feel that. Just massage your scalp all the way around, all the way up to the front of your hairline. And I'm not going to do my ears because I've got my headphones on, but y'all massage around your ears. You know, you can pull on your earlobes, get right behind your ears and mash back there. And then when you're done, go back to sitting up straight, hands in your lap, palms facing up, feet flat on the floor. And let's take another deep breath together. Relax that tummy, sit up straight. Take a deep breath. And exhale at your own pace. Let's do that one more time. Take a deep breath and exhale at your own pace. And now that we've done that tense and release, I feel like we've made space. We've made space for something else to come in. We've let go of a lot of stuff. So with your eyes closed, let's just start from the top of our head and just notice how you feel. The top of your head, the back of your head, your forehead, your eyes, across the bridge of your nose, your upper lip, your lower jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your biceps and your triceps, your forearms, your wrists, your hands and your fingers, your chest, your upper abs, lower abs, your upper back, your lower back, your glutes, the backs of your thighs, the tops of your thighs, your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, the tops of your feet, and the soles of your feet. Now, after doing the tense and release, and then going back and just feeling everything, if you've still got a space that's not feeling all that great, go ahead and put your hand on that spot Let's take a deep breath and just breathe into that spot. And on the exhale, just tell whatever's feeling crunchy or not so good, tell it to get out with the exhale. Just let it go on the exhale. And then breathe in all the goodness that the universe has waiting for you. Breathe it in into that spot. All right, let's do one more deep breath just to seal this. Just take one deep breath, knowing that it's filling your body with all the love and light from the universe. You are filling yourself from the soles of your feet to the top of your head. And then exhale at your own pace, knowing that you are sealing in all the goodness. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Awesome. I hope that felt good for y'all. Thank you, Christine. I hope that felt good for y'all and y'all are feeling more relaxed right now. Before we go, I want to ask you to set an intention for the week. So, setting intentions is not the same as setting goals. It's not something that you want to accomplish, it's an energy that you want to hold. So, what kind of energy do you want to hold going into this next week? Do you want to carry joy? Do you want to carry peace? Do you want to carry calmness? Um, what kind of energy do you want to carry with you throughout the whole week? What do you want to bring to everything that you're going to do this next week? A good, hard, relaxing workout. Yeah. Thank goodness you're not on video. Thanks, Ma. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm glad you're feeling it. Thank you, Tiffany. Vibrant health. That is a good intention. Yes, spaciousness. All right. Christine is on the same wavelength with you, Cynthia. She says vibrancy. Awesome. All right. So whatever word you came up with that you want to carry with you through the rest of the week, let's think the word and let's take in a breath saying, okay, I'm going to take in vibrancy with me for the rest of the week. Breathe that in right now. If you're taking joy, whatever it is, that spaciousness, breathe it in right now and seal that in. And then exhale at your own pace. All right, y'all. As always, I am sending you fierce love, and I'll see you next week. Have a good week. Bye.